Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Dave here. Just a quick one today. I just wanted to record something quickly about the recent return to flight news for Rocket Lab's Electron. They've gotten approval to return to flight from the FAA from LC1, which is their launch complex in New Zealand, in a very quick amount of time, to be honest. I was expecting this to take a little longer. The previous two delays we were seeing around 60 days, I believe, was kind of the average for how long it took them to return to flight. Right now, we're looking at just over a month for them to return. I believe the anomaly was mid to late September, maybe like 19th or something like that. And we're obviously in about October 25th here. So really quick turnaround from this. And just wanted to talk to you guys about it. I'm obviously extremely excited, and it's really perfect timing for me because I just actually made a couple trades on Rocket Lab literally yesterday. And one of the catalysts I was thinking about, so I made two trades. I was going to talk about them in more depth in a previous video. One is I'm just adding more shares, got to try to catch up to Danny out there. The other one was actually another one of those options trades, which are really high risk, and I just do kind of for fun with small amounts of money. And that's one where basically you're probably going to either double your money or it's going to go to zero and you lose everything. And there's not a lot of middle ground here. Not something I recommend people to do, especially with large portions of their money. But this is just kind of proceeds from that last time I did it, and I did get a double, and I was looking to do something similar here. So having the return to flight come just a couple days later, and then we have earnings coming up. It's a 3-month window where I need the stock to move at least a decent amount. Probably doesn't have to move too much depending on when it moves. But anyway, that's for another day. Today I just wanted to talk about the return to flight. Let's take a quick look at the release we got from Rocket Lab on Twitter. It's a little bit light on the details, but let's take a look at what we can see. So this is the Twitter post where Rocket Lab announced that they have received FAA authorization to resume Electron launches from LC1. We expect to complete the full flight investigation report in the coming weeks and currently anticipate a return to flight later this quarter with corrective measures in place. Thank you to the FAA and our customers for your continued support. So as I said, pretty light on the details there. Obviously, this quarter extends to the end of the year. So later this quarter would be, could be anywhere in there, obviously. And the main reason I think this is great news is a lot of us were talking about, okay, how many launches can they get off in Q4? It all really depends on when they're able to return to flight, how many they can squeeze in there. Most of the people I talked to around the Discord server or online, Twitter, whatever, seem to think like 2 or maybe 3 being the stretch would be a good result for them. But being able to return to flight pretty much now, I think 3 is definitely on the table, potentially 4, really, if you think about it. The one caveat here is they're saying resume Electron launches from LC1. Now, this is a little odd for a couple of reasons. You'd think if the FAA has accepted that the vehicle is safe and corrective actions are being taken, they would approve launches resuming from both complexes. That's not the case, at least maybe they just worded it weirdly, but to me this looks like it's only LC1. Obviously, the anomaly did happen from LC1, so maybe that's why, but I do think, Electron was grounded at all launch complexes, so again, specifying just LC1 could be confusing. If they don't have approval to resume LC2 launches around the same time as LC1, that could, put a wrench in the plan to get off as many launches as possible through the end of the quarter. So we'll have to wait and see on that, why it's only LC1 and not LC2. Maybe it's just because, no, I can't even say that, because LC1 is outside of the United States, so if anything, the FAA would, you'd think, have more jurisdiction with the launch pad in the United States. A lot of questions. Maybe inside the United States, there's a lot more regulations they have to meet before they're allowed to return to flight, whereas since they're flying out of New Zealand for the other one, regulations and rules are a lot lighter. That could be another one of those perks on having your own launch pad way out on the other side of the world. Let me know down in the comments below if you have any other ideas why this is just saying LC1 and not LC2. Anyway, they did say that there was more info at this Business Wire article, so I did check it out. Does seem to be pretty light on the details, to be honest, mostly just telling us stuff we already knew. Today announced it has received authorization from the FAA to resume Electron launches from Launch Complex 1. Again, specifying LC1 there, not mentioning LC2. Authorization comes after Rocket Lab experienced an in-flight anomaly on September 19th. So yeah, I guess I was right on the 19th. 41st launch. Again, all this stuff we already know. The FAA licensing body for U.S. launch vehicles confirmed that Rocket Lab's launch license remains active, which is the first step to enabling launches to resume. Now, this is kind of confusing a little bit too, right? Because before they're saying they receive authorization to resume launches, and this here says this is the first step to enable launches to resume. A little bit confusing wording around the communication on this. I wish things were a little bit clearer, but let me know if we have any experts in the regulations around rocket launches in the comments. Anyway, the FAA is providing oversight of Rocket Lab's mishap investigation to ensure Rocket Lab complies with its FAA-approved mishap investigation plan and other regulatory requirements. National Transportation Safety Board was granted official observer status to the investigation, and the full review is expected to be completed in the coming weeks, with Rocket Lab currently anticipating a return to flight later this quarter with corrective measures in place. So we have no details on the anomaly other than them saying, it must have been some kind of weird edge case that doesn't happen on most launches because the vehicle is so, has so much heritage, so it's been through so many scenarios. The fact that we didn't have this failure mode happening until now means something unusual must have been going on. But we don't have the exact anomaly. We don't have what corrective actions are being taken. We don't have really a date for when they'll resume launch, except for, the end of sometime within the quarter. And the review is not even over, so I'm kind of confused why they would receive authorization if they're, now finalizing the review. It's not even over. Yeah, this is the interesting tweet here. Electron is a proven, mature design with a well-established manufacturing process, so we knew the fault was going to be something complex and extremely rare that hasn't presented in testing or flight before this. More questions than answers, obviously, but I'm still extremely happy that it looks like return to flight will be coming sooner rather than later. Hopefully we can get at least 3 launches through the remainder of the quarter. We have a little bit of October left, and then obviously November and December. They were previously kind of at a slightly over 1 per month launch rate, so we'll see how many launches they can squeeze in the rest of the year. Could be good news for Q4. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully we'll get more news on the earnings call coming up, I believe, November 9th. Hopefully, oh shoot, I'm on vacation for that, so it looks like I won't be able to live stream that earnings call. Anyway, high five to everyone who worked on that anomaly investigation. So glad that that's over with. Hopefully Electron can return to flight soon. I'm really just, coming on to talk about how excited I am and kind of celebrate this moment with you all. If you guys haven't already, I hope you'll consider hitting subscribe. Thank you so much to everyone who's already subscribed. Very much appreciated. Let me know if you have any more thoughts around this anomaly investigation, the return to flight, why it's only specifying LC1, how many flights you think they can get off in the remainder of Q4 and the remainder of the year, and anything else you want to talk about down in the comments below. Hope you guys have a great day, have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.